What's up, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of This Week in Madden Show 236. Here's what we've got on the episode tonight. Your mailbag questions, a brand new patch in the game, some defensive pressure, a 5-wide scheme. We're going to lock back in, and then we're going to talk about the NYC tournament from this weekend. So let us go ahead, tweet that we're live. I've got a Doritos code coming up from Barry, who sent this in through email. Shout out to my man Barry for flying in these Doritos. I will read these codes out. I will read out one before the game of the week and one after the game of the week. So if you don't have a Megatron yet, go get a Megatron Gibbs. It's going to be 335 Blitz time.
It's gonna be, man.
Or Dime 236. I know you're very excited about this scheme, so let's talk about it, and then we'll get into the patch notes. I am going to tweet that we are live. ND then some is the man. So let's go out, pick that play, and I will get this tweet.
I'm tweeting out too.
I got so excited. We'll get some RTs. This is our first mailbag question of the night, coming in from Big Slow 17. Wants to know any other heat from the Ravens playbook. So let's find out about the Ravens defensive playbook. Gibbs, what do you like about the Ravens? What have you done already? And why is it a little bit different than those other playbooks? So talk about the ones that are similar. Get us going.
For sure. So first and foremost, what is great about this is it's a 3-4 base defensive playbook, but it also provides you with a 4-4. And what I have found is the 4-4 is helping me tremendously in stopping the run. So that's what I really like about this 3-4. The other option you have would be the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs does not have the 4-4, which is one of the reasons why I like the Ravens. Chiefs has a big dime 1-4-6 versus this Ravens, which doesn't, but so there's some similarities to this. But primarily when you look at this book, what I like about it is it has 3-3-5 normal. It still has a 3-3-5 wide, which we've provided blitzes on TWIM 235, TWIM 236 that should go over the 3-3-5 wide blitz scheme, and then a 3-3-5 normal blitz scheme.
Yes, and you can go check those videos on youtube.com/ZFarls and youtube.com/SGibs. You see that on the banner. Subscribe to both of those. Those videos are there for your review.
And then what I have now discovered in this past week, past 4 or 5 days or so, is another blitz that I've been labbing up. And I've actually been having more success with this new blitz scheme from the Big Dime 236 than the previous blitz schemes from the 3-3-5 normal and 3-3-5 wide. So now you're going to have 3 different style ways to blitz, and we're going to keep adding on to this style defensive scheme. So let's get into it. When we take a look at some of the defensive blitz pressure from the Baltimore Ravens playbook, we have the Big Dime 236, and the play I want to specifically look at is called Prowl Slant 3 Seam. Now, the first thing I want to make note about this formation is a Big Dime 236. That personnel is fantastic. Some of the best personnel you're going to have in the entire game.
2 D linemen, 3 linebackers, 6 DBs, 4 and 2.
Well, what's great about it is you actually bring a safety into the box. So in this example, you're going to see here, I have Thompson as a safety who plays up in the box. Now, the versatility that this formation provides is also the following. Your defensive tackles in this case are actually your starting defensive ends. So think of what that means, especially in Madden Ultimate Team. You can get guys like Khalil Mack there. If you start Von Miller, who's outside linebacker, at DN, he'll play inside. All right, so that's what makes this so powerful. There's a lot of versatility. You can have the beef guys there as you want, but you can also have really athletic defensive linemen drop them into coverage, man them up. It really adds to what you can do defensively in terms of adjustments. So what I like to do to set this play up and this blitz up, I like to go with a baseline press to get a uniform look. I then shift the defensive line left, crash it out, and we'll go over this slower after this. I then quarterback contain, and then I pinch my linebackers down. From here, now I make some cosmetic adjustments to this play. I use the free safety who's blitzing. I take him off that blitz, and I just put him on a hook so he doesn't, first step isn't towards the line of scrimmage. And then from here, I, for the most part, always put hard flats on the field because flat routes in the short area of the field are so effective this year. You have to take them away. And the next thing I do from here is I try to identify where I think someone's going to run a sail technique, which is a corner pattern and then a halfback table. That's one of the most popular meta ways people are playing offense in this year's game. So the first thing I look for is, okay, where's the halfback? Which side of the field he's on? And then from there, I would say, okay, halfbacks on the left side, that's where they could potentially run the sail concept. So I take this free safety, and I have two defenders. I have this free safety here, and then the safety in the box. They're my my Swiss Army knife guys.
Swing guys.
My swing guys.
Swing players.
I can do whatever I want with these guys. So if the halfback's on the left, I would say, okay, I'm worried about Gabriel here running a corner, which would then make the ever so popular sail concept. I would want to man him up by default, because that man up will take away the corner.
Does this linebacker in the middle get out to the hard flat?
He does. He does. I'll move him a little bit over here, but depending on where I am, yeah, you'd want to pay attention to that. If you start getting beat, you would use your Thomas here and make sure that it doesn't get taken away. But a pass commit up and zones outside will help him get out there. Okay. But then from here, then you would use your Thompson on this opposite side, depending on where you think the sails come from. So now what you'll see is pressure comes off that left edge. You don't have to hover. You don't have to do anything. He's going to get caught up like that every once in a while, but he will come clean the vast majority of the time. Like he came in clean there, but he got caught a little bit. So we'll show you that again one more time. So it's baseline press, pinch linebackers down, shift line left and crash it out, contain.
And at that point, the blitz will work. And then it's the setup. Right. And then it's just the adjustments.
And then it's the adjustments off it. You could play Mabel on one side. There's a lot you can do. But see, there's the clean pressure. And that's what I like about it so much. And now we'll go over slower this time and explain each of the button commands. So it's base align. So that's coverage audible Y and then D-pad on the right stick. Press, which is coverage audible Y, and then down on the D-pad. Mm-hmm. Shift your defensive line left, which is LB and then left on the D-pad. Then you crash your defensive line out, which is LB up on the right stick. This guy needs to go over more. Keep going. Keep going, pal. Then you quarterback contain, which is left trigger and an RB. You then are usering Thomas here. You put him on any zone you want, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then you cover audible down, which is Y and then right stick down. And it's really important that you do that because you must take away those flats. I mean, you could man these guys up. I'm cool with that too. But on the vast majority of plays and setups, your play should look like this, and then you're just using like a madman, okay? Because the pressure comes off that left edge, and it comes in pretty quick. Now, the beautiful thing about this is, if I want to get pressure off the opposite edge, if I want to send dual edge, I can. So what you do is you do the same setup, baseline press, shift line left, crash out, quarterback contain, pinch linebackers, and in this case, what you need to do is global blitz the right of screen linebacker, which is right here, but you do RB and right on the right stick. So RB, right stick, it'll blitz him. You then take Thompson here. You have to get a little shifty. You got to slide him out. Slide him out, get him outside, quarterback contain. Now you have a uniform look here, pressure right or left, and what you'll get.
Now if I block the halfback here, we'll still get pressure.
Correct. You can use your Wagner, you can use the safety, whatever you want, but that's where we're looking there. Yeah, he'll come in off the edge. I would say you're going to run into like 30-40% of the time that guys will slide, but a larger percent of the time you'll get pressure off that edge. The other thing about this is there's a lot of versatility, right? If you wanted to call man-to-man, right, with this, you could still set up the blitz the same way. So you audible to man-to-man, pinch your linebackers, you shift line left, crash it out, right? Bring your safety down, right? You've seen me do this on the show, right? Or if you've seen me play games, especially when I streamed this past weekend, right? Bring your safety down, and now you use her off this edge here with Chancellor, use her with Marsh off this edge, drop Marsh into a flat, whatever you want. But now you got a two-man, he'll come off the edge like that, and now you can bring pressure from two-man. You could send it off the right edge. You can play cover 2. You can play cover 3. There's a lot you can do with this in terms of the blitz pressure. And again, I love the personnel that this provides.
Good pressure, so you've got it left, you've got it both ways, you've got it man-to-man, and then you have just kind of a coverage version of it. This is the Ravens defense, big dime 2-3-6.
Yep.
Prowl, seam, show 3, slant, buck hawk.
You go up on the D-pad when you go into it, and it's the first play when you go up.
Nice.
The one thing I'll know, I want to show a great coverage way to run this defense as well. So snap the ball and just run the play here real quick. So you get rid of the ball, blah, 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 blah. So what ends up happening is one of the ways I like to play coverage, and I actually ran into a guy this week and played. He ran a lot of cover 2. He actually ran 4-3, wide 9 cover 2, Tampa 2, and it was really difficult to beat. The soft squats were just fantastic. From that, I kind of got the idea. I was like, well, what if I started to do soft squats from this? So the cover 2 from this play has soft squats by default from this formation. So what you want to do is baseline press, pinch your linebackers, shift line left, crash it out. Same way you're going to set the blitz up, so it's uniform, looks the same. I would then take your outside linebackers here that are blitzing, and I would globally put them into hard flats. And then you would want to use your Wagner as he's blitzing. Or what you could do is
you have a soft squat and a hard flat.
Right. You could leave rush 3 and then use your Wagner. But the idea here is this. If you have a corner pattern, I think last week we showed you if you call cover 4 and then do some adjustments, you can stop the sail concept, stop corners. But what I'm now discovering is if you put a soft squat and a hard flat on the same side of the field, especially with a pass commit, you get outstanding coverage in terms of those corner patterns. You can go out. We can go out and pick a new play, but to show them specifically.
Yeah, it will defend those corner patterns.
Right.
Let's see if I've got anything I like. I don't think I do.
POI sail. Yeah.
POI sail.
So if you use like make sure you have a linebacker blitzing because you don't want to rush 2 and they run, you'll get pancakes. So you blitz the defender or rush the third guy. But yeah, to stop that concept over there, the soft squat's going to stay out by the corner. You see he plays it perfectly.
So that's the soft squat, Richard.
With a hard flat. So, and here's the problem. If you just run soft squats, so last year you'd run the soft squats, and the soft squat would play both. He could get down in time to play a flat, and he would also have enough depth to play verticals downfield. That's what made soft squat so good, which made nickel blitz so good, right? That's a kind of a very...
That's a deeper
That's
one.
a deep corner. That's a deep corner. I would want to man him up, but let's try it. Let's just see. Let's try this. Let's see what we get here. So I'm gonna pass commit up. Let's see if the soft squats get out there. Let's see what he does. I mean, he's hanging.
He's pretty. Yeah.
He went pretty deep there. Move the rock back. I'm curious to see if that'll go. But I think there's a lot of value, and you need your number 1 job if you're playing cover 2 here. You cannot get beat in the seam, or in the middle of the field. So you bail on any route that goes over the middle of the field. So let's set this up again. The other thing you could do is if you maybe don't press with this, I think it might help as well. But like I like the idea of this. Like if you're gonna play this coverage, you could get the adjustment in. Man up one of the slots. So I would man up Gabriel here, and now I don't have to necessarily worry too much about both sides of the field. I can kind of bail and be like, okay, I'm gonna go defend Hooper. Go to that deep flood play, the deep flood play that you were just in. I want to see if that works to defend it.
Okay, it is the bunch wide. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. One more. One more. Right
Open
there, flood.
Set.
Flood.
Did the wrong play.
Yeah. So let's just see if the soft squat backed up a little bit with a hard flat pass commit. We'll play it. And outside. Let's go outside coverage too. Let's see what happens. That's a deep corner.
That's a real deep corner.
But let's see. Look how deep that soft squat gets. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that. He plays it. He plays it. So this was the discovery that I had in the past couple days. Shout out to the guy that I played in the Tampa 2 that beat me. I forget his name, but it brought the attention to me. Like, okay, hey guys, like soft squats are good. Let's not put hard flats out there, and I want to see what happens. So just the soft squats. Let me pull up my play to make sure I'm there. Soft squats on the outside, and you can also put corners in soft squats. So now run it again. This is no hard flats. Let's just see what it looks like. No hard flats. He got back there. Yeah, I mean, he did, but the problem is now the flat's so open.
Yeah.
So that was the benefit last year why they were so good, because they would play both, right? But now the soft squats, in terms of coverage D, you're almost lights out. Two soft squats, 2 hard flats. You're butter, and then blitz another guy. You got 2 hooks underneath, right? Like that's the coverage D, right? Like, and you got to bail. You can't get beat in the middle of the field.
Cannot get beat
because those deep safeties can get split.
I would say I would call that if I had to
Right.
do this. I would wait. I'd let him bail, and then I would throw that, but
Right.
put that guy over there.
Right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So there's a lot. The Big Down 236 has a lot to it, and we'll keep expanding on it, working on some of the looping pressure that people are seeing.
Yeah.
So I think we'll focus on that for next week's TWIM, so long as we still got power and whatnot. We'll focus on showing you guys looping pressure from 236 for next week's show.
The 33 bags of Doritos that I purchased will be eaten. I didn't know I would eat them. I thought they were just for Megatrons. But remember, we'll have a Megatron giveaway thanks to Barry at the end of the tips part, which is 45 minutes from now, and then at the end of the game of the week, which is also then. So we will get to know that. Gibbs, let's jump into a bonus tip. What is the difference between a soft squat, a cloud flat, and then for the new guys, a hard flat? Like when do you use each of those flat?
Sure, you're gonna test my knowledge here to remember all of this because they are all different varieties. On my YouTube channel, I actually break each of them down in the Madden Academy. So if you go back on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SGibs, in the Madden Academy, if you go and look at how to read defensive coverages, how to beat cover 2 zone, I break down the zones there as well. But for this example, when you take a look, let me just grab a play here.
So which do you have to come out in? Because which can you not make? So there's soft squats.
You can make them all.
Cloud flats.
You can make them all.
Hard flats. You can make them all.
Yeah, you can make them all.
How do we make them all? And what do you prefer to come out in? What's the Tampa 2?
So the first thing you need to do is find a play that you like to come out in. I think a great suggestion would be to come out in a cover 4. And the reason you come out in the cover 4 because it gives you the whole gauntlet of defenses to call. So if I come out in cover 4 press, this has always been a tip of ours for years, for over a decade. It's been come out in a cover 4 because your quick audibles are the following. Cover 4, I can then go to a cover 3 zone. I then can go to cover 2 zone. I can then play cover 2 man. Okay, so I can run the gauntlet of coverages, base coverages. No, you're not going to get cover 6. You're not going to get cover 9. You can make those changes to your defense. But if you come out in cover 4, that in theory gives you enough flexibility to really have a good wide variety of defenses from your scheme.
Right. So from cover 4, you can use coverage audible down. You know, you can go down
as
the
a blitz.
stick. Not down, but I mean coverage audible. So Y and then down on the right stick from cover 4. That's going to change your purples into flats.
Right. Correct.
So you're in quarter flats.
Yep.
What do those are the ones that will change a man up?
So quarter flats, you can't make quarter flats. That's the only flat in theory that you can't make. You can make everything else. You can even make cover 3 seams, which is a type of quarter flat. But if we let's start with just a hard flat. So first of all, hard flats are on the outside here. Thompson.
Bam.
We don't have to worry about that adjustment yet. Thompson and Lane are in hard flats. Their responsibility is to protect the short part of the field no matter what. If there's no immediate threat there, they'll drift. But their responsibility is go to the short area of the flat. The flat is the area towards the sideline outside of the receivers, right? The short part of the field. Now, the next zone that you have, in this instance, if I were to put Lane, I put him on a curl flat, which is left stick to the right. His responsibility here is to play the curl and then drop to the flat. So if there is no curl pattern, they will drop to and play the flat. If there is a curl, a receiver in that area, they play the curl. So now take the curl out and just do this. Run Gabriel on a drag, put Jones on a smoke. So put Jones on a smoke. I'm going to put Lane on a curl flat. Lane's going to drop deep a little bit, and then he comes underneath. See how he now plays the flat. That is what a curl flat does. It plays curl first, comes down, plays flat. Now cloud flat, that responsibility is to stay deep. Stay deep. Your job is to not pay attention underneath. I want you to stay deep. There's also some vertical stem to it. It can come underneath a little bit, but there's a blog from last year. It's escaping me the exact details, but that blog from last year has all those specific details. And then the last assignment is the soft squat.
So how do you get to the cloud flat?
Cloud flat, if you were to play hard flats,
yeah.
What you do is from the hard flat, you just quick coverage audible up, and then you get cloud flats.
And those are going to hang back more.
They're going to hang back more.
And they might run with like a streak. Like B might turn that into a...
That's a cover 3 seam. That's a cover 3 seam.
Right.
So the cloud flats, their job is to play in the outside area. They can drift underneath a little bit, but their job is to primarily play deep.
Right.
Now, you then have soft squats, which you can make soft squats this year, but only to outside corners. Outside corners, not your safeties, not your inside corners, not Lane here. He can't do that. He plays a seam flat instead of a soft squat. So you click on to Brock Senior here, the outside corner. You see the left outside audible is a soft squat. So now he can play a soft squat. Now the responsibility of the soft squat is similar to the cloud flat, but it has man-to-man principles in it. So, for example, if you don't have any other immediate threat on that side of the field, no, leave Jones on that route. Now, he should get Freeman out of there. Get Freeman, just run him right. I don't want any route in the immediate left flat. Run him on the post so you really see that he matches. Reset the play.
I don't have the...
You had a post.
I had a Z spot.
Yeah, reset the play?
No, I don't know where it went.
All right.
Oh, it's flipped? Yeah, it's flipped.
Okay,
there we go.
So this soft squat should... Now, we have to take attention to the routes. Get the hot hooper route. Don't let him run the drag. When there's certain route principles on the field, that soft squat will then play match man. So see how he's playing match man?
Yeah.
That is what a soft squat does, right? So the other thing I would tell you to do here, go back and read that article. Someone in the chat.
I'll put the link in the description.
Find it.
We'll get it in the chat.
But that's the breakdown. It's a lot. There's a lot. And then there's the next breakdown of seam, like cover 3 seams. So you have quarters flat, right? These receivers here. What that'll do is if there's no immediate threat of a deep corner, post, deep vertical, he'll drop and play the flat. But if there's a vertical stem route in the slot, they have man-to-man principles. So they will then run vertically with those receivers. It all depends on your route combinations, though. So he might run, he should match there. Yeah, see how he's now matching, right? So, but then if there's a flat underneath that, let's try it. Try that same route concept. I think he'll drop to the flat. It changes on specific routes. So you really have to change, run the slot guy on the out again, and then put Freeman on the flat. Same thing you did before, because we want to try and mimic what we saw. So press, and see how he plays. He plays the flat because his responsibility is, if there's no one going, if there's a flat route, that's my first responsibility. Take that away.
Right.
That's where cover 4 can be somewhat tough, is if you match with the core seams. And now cover 3 seams, here you have it's called a seam flat left up on the left stick. They're similar responsibilities to the quarter flat. Very similar. It's a cover 3 instead of a cover 4. Some different vertical stems on corners and whatnot. But there's a lot in it. See how he matched.
Yeah, he stayed.
He matched with him opposed to going and dropping to the flat.
Right.
Right. So it's deep. I mean, that's the thing about when you say Madden, it's deep.
The keys would be come out in the cover 4, so you get to any play, any coverage. Yep. Use Y and then down to get to the hard flats. Go Y and then up to get to cloud flats. Soft squats you can only put on the outside by going out there. And then to get the soft squats on the outside, be really good. Put the soft squats in, keep a hard flat from the inside so that you can stop like combo routes, and then pass commit, you get extra, a little extra breath. That's kind of the biggest takeaway, I would say, from what we've been talking about.
Yeah, I think, last week, and guys, this is an evolving game in terms of like what you discover works really well. Last week we said cover 4 with some cross manning is like, ooh, this is powerful stuff. And you know what? It worked for a time frame. But I want to come back and say, let's revisit this Tampa 2 style of soft squats on the outside with these flats from the inside. Let's revisit this, because I think this could be something that's really powerful. You have to protect the vertical seam, but I think it's something that could be really powerful for an all-out coverage style defense. So just something to monitor. I think you're going to start seeing more and more people using cover 2 a little bit.
That is the monitor. All right, let's go to the next question in the mailbag. This one is from Fakeful, wants to know Miami Dolphins 5 wide receiver offensive scheme. So this one came in on YouTube the other night, and I read it. I read all the comments, and so I said, you know what, Dolphins, we're going to hook you up. So they have 2 5 wide sets, and that's very good news. When I went in, I saw the 16th out of 17th one is what I ran last year. So you can easily adapt this to your game. You come out in the play wide corner, and then you have unders as your quick audible. It's a play that I really, really like. We'll go through the reads on this real quick. So first things is you have a Z-spot post to Julio Jones. That's a great route. Very strong. Throw it. It's the backbreaker. It's great. You also have a corner out to Hooper, which is really good. 5 wide early in the year, you can definitely pick up enough pressure. And then you have kind of these 2 routes underneath where you can throw just...
It's a levels concept.
Just underneath, you can basically blind throw this like most of any 3rd and 5. Unless they have really good user, they'll take away the first one, and then you just throw the back one. Like, there's a lot you can do with those 2 routes that come underneath. You throw the corner sometimes,
and
then eventually throw the backbreaker to Julio.
So the idea here with these levels is that it makes you pay attention underneath, which then opens up the post. So to show that how effective that is, let's run the play again. I have to respect these underneath crossers, because if I don't, look, like RB's wide open now.
Right.
You can now hit the seam and go. Now that's me taking away the Z-spot post. But now if I stay underneath and defend the levels concept here, it's not true levels, but okay, I'm going to take this away. Yeah, I got you. Now that opens up that route behind it, which then opens everything else from you. You're going to have to man up the Z-spot post, lose some pressure here. It changes the entire way your opponent is going to want to play just by this one simple passing concept.
And there's some things we did last year, like we would drag this guy, or we would put him on an in, or you can do different routes. It depends, kind of whatever you want. But motion can help with this play a little bit. You could kind of like quick in seam throw that, like kind of like the jumbo last year. So that's just one play. From here, you then have to play unders. Same thing, this concept. They're not in routes, or these things we call dragon routes last year, where they don't actually have like a cut. It's not necessarily a sharp cut. You can leave Gabriel on the route that he's on, which is a little bit deeper, or you can go and take it away. But those are just more routes to throw like that. And then the backbreaker, so say they go to use their Julio on the unders play, and they just get way too focused on Julio. They think it's going to be another one of those. You then have the A route, that throw that comes deep across the middle, and you should be able. You can high point it if you want, but you don't have to. It gets to a pretty good spot where you can turn the guy around and throw it.
From an advanced perspective, go back to the first play. What ends up happening here is the way someone will want to defend this is they're going to go, I'm going to take right here, and I'm going to man him up on Julio, right? Mm-hmm. Now I don't have to technically worry about Julio. So now when you get into the game, what makes this a good, powerful two-play combo here is you go to the unders play. Right. I think I don't have to worry about Julio, so I'm going to bail and stay underneath to defend these options right here. I'm going to stay here. Yeah, take this drag. Yeah, cool, thanks. Uh-oh. Now you hit that behind it.
Big yards.
So what's great about it is on the right side of the field with both plays, you're running the same underneath patterns. So that stays consistent, and then what changes are your two routes to attack them vertically downfield. That's the big difference, and that's what makes this so difficult to stop, because if I were to key in now and say, okay, I got to go here, you could still attack underneath. But if what ends up happening from a higher advanced level, players will play the zone. They then recognize, okay, that's who you're attacking. I'm going to man up. I'm not going to let you throw Hooper, so I'm going to man him up. Right. But now if I man him up and you recognize this, you then call Jones, right? And now you throw Jones open in this instance, right?
Right.
So that's the way that you're going to see people play, is they're going to try and take certain things away.
That zone is breaking far better.
That's an LB pass lane down.
Right. That zone is breaking far better, though.
Yeah, that's good.
Than it has before.
That's good. Are you throwing that LB down?
No. You haven't had to, though, pre-patch, in my opinion. So that's two plays. You can kind of go back and forth on those. There's slants and stuff like that. I would say try that from Dolphins. And then they have this empty Y slot formation, which has a couple plays. It's got the shallow cross, which is easy read across the middle with a post. Also, double pivot has a post. I wouldn't necessarily use those pivots. I'd probably drag those two pivots, and then it would end up just looking like shallow cross. For verticals, if you're a noob and just want to smash some early folks, and then bubble screen. So Gibbs, this is a Gibbs bubble screen special. So let's talk about it.
Love it.
And
bubble
then you have QB draw, which could be effective. It's not really what it was, but it could be, soft.
My playbook that I use.
And QB draw is quick audible. So if you're in the other set, you can go between these 8 plays, which is actually kind of nice.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna preface this by saying I can't believe people aren't running more bubble screens. But then I'm also gonna say that I don't run enough bubble screens, but it's because my playbook that I don't have any good bubble screens in it. But there's a lot of good books that have bubble screens in it and bubble screens are just so effective this year. Not necessarily the under center ones that the guys kind of run upfield. Some issues there, but I would say these shotgun sets, they get great blocking. The zones drift. If I play man, it doesn't, like, watch, I'm playing man here. You should still have the same success with this man. Now go ahead, snap the ball. See how he kind of trails behind him?
Yeah.
He watches him. I'm waiting till we start seeing people run more bubble screens because I don't get why people are not running bubble screens. I think it's one of those plays that people are like, why would I ever run a bubble screen? Like, not good.
Right.
They're fantastic.
So you like specifically non-PA bubble
No
screens.
PA.
So no PA
No,
bubble
you
screens.
can't. That's the problem. You can't run the PA versions because they take too long to develop. If you remember last year, bubble screen was a big part of what we ran from the Broncos book, right?
Yeah.
But I would tell you, look in your playbook. Do you have bubble screens that don't have play action associated with them? Start running them. You're going to have, there's 4 or 5 plays a game you can wrinkle these bubble screens in and have great success.
Absolutely. And then you can always go back to...
And it's a double bubble, don't forget. This is a double bubble.
And look at all the other plays we can still get to from this set. So we can still get to a bunch of other...
Well, it's good as you get the bubble to your halfback.
Yeah. Very convenient.
And here's the thing. People are going to play man. They're going to be like, oh, man's going to be how I stop the bubble screen, right? Okay, I'm in man, stay in the bubble screen, and show it one more time. Like, I'm in man. Like, it's so good. Get a good block on the edge, go. Like, it's... Run bubble screen. Just do it.
So try that if you're looking for the Dolphins playbook, a little 5 wide receiver set to get your offense going. And you can still run 5 wide at this point because no one's really saucing you. All right. Sim F Ball wants to know, how has zone changed with the patch? So there's a brand new patch today, Madden 18. If you missed it, head on over. There's a note on Mudhead. There's an EA Sports blog, so go make sure. I will read you the patch notes real quick. And we will find some zones to check out. So from Mudhead, HDR support, which is just nice looking. General stability fixes. You have online head-to-head quarter length changed from 4 minutes to 5 minutes. Gameplay-wise, there's some other stuff, but zone coverage tuning to increase break-on throw times, tuning to decrease effectiveness of ball carrier special moves, fixed issue around coaches standing in the middle of the field, tuning to increase block sheds and run defense versus gun inside zone. So we got to monitor gun inside zone. And then tuning to slightly increase pass rush if the quarterback hangs on to the pocket too much. So those are the big things. I would say break on throws, easily the biggest, with gun inside zone potentially being second biggest. So let's go see if we can find you an example of a break on throw. I mean, I felt like that Z-spot throw on Y corner was the biggest example, but have you seen anything else? Have you seen corner routes play any better, in your opinion?
I mean, my real opinion is I got to get on the sticks. I haven't had a chance to fully break it down. I got to throw a couple of those routes.
Yeah.
Let me see it. Let me see it. I got to feel it. I got to throw it and I got to feel it before I believe it. I see what you did there. But.
Let's see. Obviously, I could have pass lead more. I did pass lead some. I didn't wild pass lead, but I'm telling you, Earl Thomas, man. I know it's Earl too, so it is ratings. But if you're gonna tell me he makes this play, because I did cut it off.
Let me see the stick.
He goes.
I'm not saying he's not. I question the pass lead.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure you can. You're still so good that you can tuck in a nice pass lead.
I'm not. I want to check it out. You didn't throw the right pass lead.
Yeah, you make Julio lay out and Earl's still
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Let's try one more time. Let's see. LB down pass lead. LB like an away.
I mean,
he's breaking
on that football.
He broke, but you can still fit it.
Oh yeah.
But he without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, he's breaking. Let's give it the real test though. I want to see bunch trail.
Some corners.
I want to see bunch trail.
Correct.
I want to see my baby, my binky.
You don't have. Oh, we have it in Dolphins.
Of course, Dolphins is where this was invented, bro.
Dolphins kind of nice.
Dolphins real good.
You want cover 3, cover 2?
Give me cover 3. I want cover 3.
You want cover 4?
No. I want cover 3, standard cover 3. Oh, cover 4, then cover 3. Sure, okay. That's fine.
They only have Mabel from this set, right?
That's fine. Just go to 3-4. Go 3-4. And go up. Hit A. No. 3-4. Up. Yeah. Y. Okay. Now go to cover 3 for me.
Okay.
Let's just see. Because I haven't gotten in the lab and tried this. Get off him, please. So that's, what was that, cover 3?
Yeah.
You would never throw that against, I don't throw it against cover 3, but get off right, go on, this is the D-tackle. I just want to see how everyone reacts. Pass commit.
Patch testing live. Obviously, you got to just play hundreds of games.
So that's, he broke there. That's it with a pass commit. Don't give me cover 3, no pass commit.
Okay.
You wouldn't throw that against the pass commit cover 3 anyways, so I'm just curious, just testing. Yeah. So see the difference? When you pass commit, he breaks out to his immediate assignment, which that's what you want. That's a good thing because that makes you pass commit, which then opens up the run. So now it's like a meta that's like you do something, I do something. It forces action, which that's a good thing. Let's see, Freeman. Did you pass commit? No, pass commit.
I have not pass commit yet.
All right, let's see. Let's see Freeman underneath here. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. That's what you want to see there. Because they're in the curl flat. They bail. Pass commit. Let's just see.
Okay.
So guys, if you ever wonder what it looks like when you're building a scheme, this is it right here.
Lab
this is a madman session right here.
Lab sesh. Patch.
You can try everything. All right. So see, that makes no effect on that. That's good. But if there's a hard flat there, it doesn't make a difference. Now, go to cover 2 for me. No pass commit.
Okay.
Just stay on the pass rusher. Yeah.
Like a doctor.
That's fantastic. That's what people want. That's exactly what people want.
Deep zone wise.
That was the test. That was the true test to see the difference because this is the difference.
You did a couple false positives in there, a couple red herrings.
Oh, well, this is the true test, right? Mm-hmm. This is the true test. Pre-patch, that safety would not break on the throw, and that's where you saw so many crib sessions against cover 2.
Right up the seam.
Right. So So the thing is, you can still fit the throw in, but you better make it catching traffic. You better make sure you clear the linebacker. But what you want to see,
so we can see when the quarterback hits it.
But what you want to see is the break on the ball. So he comes there, and now he breaks on the ball appropriately.
Bam.
So now we'll do it again just to make sure. Cover 2 for me.
I don't even pass commit there.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll test the pass commit in a second.
Oh, I just did.
It's all right.
Bunch trail, post route.
That's fine because now it's not going to get cribbed. That's how that should play. They're converging. They're breaking. The problem was when you'd get a crib shot. Now let's see the next thing here. Let me see this. This is just a flood. Cover 2 has a difficult time defending this regardless. But let's see. He's breaking. Yeah. That's what you want. That's beneficial. Let me see. Let me motion him out. Make sure you're in cover 2.
I am, I think.
Let me see. Make sure. Okay.
No pass commit.
Yeah, that's fine. So I have underneath flat. And he bailed. That's good. That's exact. I mean that's good. I mean these are things that you were getting really toasted on previously.
Maybe you were. I was pretty.
Yeah, were you? I bet. Now let's give this test. Let's see this.
Cover 2.
Hold on. Give me cover 3. Just curious to see.
Pass commit or no?
You can pass commit. That's cool. D's open. That's good. That's what you want.
Ooh, Y is pretty crispy. He turned his back.
Well, that's what's gonna happen. The vertical is supposed to do that.
Plus, he's not super highly rated compared to Earl. He's number 5.
Watch. If I don't put the vertical stem there to Hooper, right?
He'll play it better.
Yeah, he should. Because there's no... See, yeah, he's over there. See how he's over there? Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Because now that forces the stem, that forces a resource to go there. Like, these are all good signs what I'm seeing. I want to play more games to get a full understanding of it. But, like, these are really good signs of the breaking you see. And especially this cover 2 post. That's exactly what you want to see. Play man for me. Just play match man.
Yeah, because, I mean, it would even smash the seam of man. Press. You know what I mean?
Yeah, press. Did you show Blitz?
Not pressed.
Okay.
I don't know why that. Let's go Cam. He got caught in a weird spot. He was
up so much. Called again. That's weird that he came in like that.
Cover 2 man.
That's fine. Don't press. Just leave him be.
I did not pass him.
Yeah, that's fine. So they drifted a little further there. So okay, something to monitor. Man to man, I feel like I could still split the safeties there.
Yeah, splitting the safeties is tremendous.
It's devastating.
Oh yeah.
But see, the longer I wait on that throw, the more Sherman could catch up there and make a play. The problem is play man again. You wanted it was effective is you throw it on the break.
Yeah.
And then you would split the safeties. So it's like
you'd catch it
you throw it there,
and then you would go right up the gut.
Right.
Yeah.
Something to monitor. This is all stuff to monitor.
Do you have an inside zone real quick?
Of course I have an inside zone. The whole stuff. I mean, it's a scheme.
Let's go out to a real inside zone. We'll give you 5. We'll give you 10 inside zones post patch, And that will be our last test of the patch until we start playing games, obviously. But you definitely see the zones breaking much better, which is a good sign. We'll give you... we'll go... defensively, 2-4-5. I'll go cover 2-man. Let's see. I don't really have trouble with inside zone.
Me either.
But
I have more trouble with single-back tight slots.
go for it. So felt, no difference there.
That felt normal.
Go again. We'll give you 10. So 1 normal. Ooh. Okay. That seemed like a quick shed. But that's much
it was a bad cut by me. I felt like I got out of the cut bad.
2.
I feel like I felt like that's felt the same. I'm trying to cut to that gap. So
maybe they meant gun monster inside zone.
Maybe, I don't know. Is that true?
Maybe you shed on gun monster. Maybe.
Is that
Who
true?
knows? I don't know.
That felt quick. But
that was just all me.
Again, that's Michael Bennett.
True. And
so I felt 3 have been the same.
Okay.
Didn't feel very different. That felt exactly the same.
Ooh!
Camp chances.
We hit it.
So I got 4. You got 2 that felt good.
Gun monster still works.
That felt bad. So that's 4-3. That felt fine.
That felt fine.
5-3. That felt fine.
Michael Bennett's just kind of good, maybe.
Felt fine. 6-3. That felt bad. So 6-4.
All right. So potentially inside zone. We're not sure if it's monster.
6 felt fine.
We'll have
4
to test.
Felt different.
I mean, I run a lot of inside zone, so I'll be the first guy to know. I found out the hard way.
That's the funniest thing you've said. So
yeah,
because you do run a lot of inside zone.
I run a lot of inside zone.
It's basically your whole offense.
I run a lot of inside zone. I'll be the first to know. Last year when they ran stretch, they changed stretch on me. I was the first one to know. We'll get into that at a later time. But good question on the patch. Gibbs from Capmaster. How was Skimbo so effective in New York City? More of his offense. They took away Z-Spot, the post, from the gun bunch. Last year was his bread and butter.
Yeah.
But you still run a gun bunch, and he's still super effective.
Just a clearance here. I don't want to get into the nit and gritty of the tactics of what I saw, just because, listen, there's a lot of competitive play to come.
Right.
And that is Skimbo's knowledge. So
he'll be at the Mountain Classic.
That is not something that we're going to break down or show you. Like, that's not what we're here to do or to discuss here. But to discuss, basically, I still saw him run gun bunch.
Yeah.
And I still saw him dominate. What I find that what makes him so unique is he is a player that knows what you are in. He knows the coverage you're in. He knows what play he needs to run to beat said coverage, and he just is a robot. Like, he just doesn't really make mistakes. He has a lot of different setups, different versions, different ways to run the same play, and that's what makes him very difficult. He's very calculated, and one thing I really like about his game is he seems to always make the right decision. Like, he never makes a decision based on like ego or like, I'm gonna show this guy that I'm better. He doesn't care if he wins by 1 point, 10 points, 20. Like, he plays. There was a scenario where he played this past week in NYC, where I think he was up by 7, and I think he verbally said on the screen, I believe he was like, I got to get the field goal here to make sure I go up 2 scores. It was 4th and 1. Notoriously, you see a lot of players go for it there because, like, I'm going to get the first down, I'm going to get a touchdown, I'm going to show this guy.
Right.
That's what it kind of sort of seems like, especially maybe newer players on the scene, like they have something to prove or show. But I think that those are some of what I admire about his game. Like, I admire that about the way he plays. Seems to always make the right decision from like a coaching standpoint. I know that me personally, that's one of the hardest things for me to do. I get caught up in the swing of the game, and like I usually blow coaching decisions. Then there's for other people, it might be harder for them to win a game through like tactical execution of like, hey, I know, like, you know, in general the play they're running, but then you don't have the back end knowledge of like, I need to do X, Y, and Z to stop it or to beat it. He has both sides of things covered.
Yeah.
And that's what I think makes him a very scary player for the competitive season this year. I think that's what sets him apart from everybody else, is he does those two things better than everybody else.
Yeah, he's
currently right
certainly
now.
on a hot streak, 4 tournaments.
That's tough.
Straight. He'll be at the Madden Classic. He earned the spot there in the
Right?
Challenger.
But how about all the guys, like, you get Bugs, makes it back.
Yep.
I mean, you saw a lot of familiar names. Joel comes out, puts on a great performance.
That was good. He had a great play in that
How
one.
great is that? Like, he's telling everyone for the whole last year, I'm a great player. I'm a great player. Give me a chance. Let me get in terms of age. He gets in, and then his first tournament, he goes on a great run.
Yeah.
It was cool to see. So it was a lot of good stuff there at the tournament.
Good tourney in NYC. Let's flip it over here. This is something we went over last year quite a bit. This is something that Skimbo ran. We're not going to talk about what he ran, but gives what makes the 3-3-5 odd a good defense.
It's the personnel. I think the personnel is good. There's other tactical reasons why. There's other tactical reasons of what makes it good from a tactical standpoint that Skimbo ran. But again, that's not something we're covering here. It's something that is unique to what he does. It's something that is making him a very effective player.
So it's in the Patriots playbook.
Defensive book, yeah.
Defensive book. It's the only thing that has it.
Yep.
You mentioned it.
Great personnel.
3-3-5, we've gone through normal, we've gone through wide, we've gone through odd. We ran this 2 years ago. It's good balance, good stuff. So check it out if you haven't. There's nothing else too crazy about it. But sift through, see what you like, and you might see it more and more this season.
But again, great personnel. That's one of the strengths of it. You get 3 defensive linemen. You can put outside linebackers at the end there, so you really can make a 1-5-5 somewhat, right?
Yeah.
Personnel-wise. 3 linebackers and 5 defensive backs, right? So you got great personnel with this. Go through your packages. I haven't even looked at them this year to see what they got. CB1 inside. There's nothing crazy in terms of your packages there to get different guys on the field, but overall, great personnel on the field, and you're going to see people run it this year, especially after Skimbo won that tournament. Patriots
only defensive playbook.
Yeah.
All right.
That's also what makes it good. That's what makes it good. Why would you use the Patriots book? Well, it's the only book in the game that has 3-3-5 odd.
Yeah.
So.
And it's got 1-4-6, and it has both 3-4 and 4-3. If you're that kind
of
thing.
Right.
I feel like that's not as cool as it was. It's good for Mutt if you don't know what you want to do yet.
It's pretty good.
But
I know,
it's not bad.
Like T-Raw runs 4-3 over, but he also then wants to have 3-4 odd. So that's 3-4 odd's a really good base defensive formation. Like this play is really a great play. The cover 4 drop show too.
Yeah.
Like as a standard, like if you're gonna tell, if someone new on the scene came on, like, hey man, what should I do?
If you're watching TWIM, you accidentally stumbled into a Wednesday night's greatest Madden tip show on the planet.
Like the first defense.
Like, I don't even know what to do. What's defense?
The first thing I would tell you to do is call 3-4 odd, cover 4 drop show 2, and just stay in that all game. Go between that and 2-man, or that and cover 2. And I think that would be the starting point. So that's one thing that's cool about the Patriots. Raiders book also combo 3-4-4-3.
Cool. All right, let's go to the next question in the mailbag. This one is from Mr. Savage32. He wants to know, how can you stop Singleback tight halfback wheel? And I believe I actually have this play. So last week we told you how to stop halfback wheel, but that's a different play. That's from Gunsplit Close halfback wheel, and that was a sail concept. That was the lesson. This Singleback tight slots, the famous play is halfback wheel. How can you slow down a play like this? So,
what makes this so difficult is that you can flip the play at a moment's notice, and it changes the entire dimension of how you defend.
So I got a wheel, and I got a deep post, and all of a sudden I press X, or trigger, and I can flip it, and now I've got post and wheel on the completely different side. Nobody moved, nobody changed, nobody cared. It was legit.
Right, and the reason what makes it difficult is players are creatures of habit, right? Where they are going to look at their opponent and they're going to go, okay, I see a formation. Then they quickly monitor, okay, what are all the threats I need to worry about from that set? Right. So quickly rapid fire falls. If you get a gun trips to the right and a halfback to the left, what are you thinking?
Table to the halfback on the left, maybe a corner on the left. Maybe crossers, like verticals, like street crossers on the
verticals,
right.
Yep. Inside zones.
Also inside zone.
PA wide receiver in. These are the things that your brain thinks. Okay, now you get gun trips tight end. So trips left, tight end right, halfback right. What are you thinking?
Something like the X spot play, like maybe a Z spot coming from the left, the
sail.
deep post. You got sail to the right. You could have inside zone again.
4 verticals. So these are the things your brain starts to understand. Every time I see that set, I have to worry about that. And then what the best players in the world do is they go into practice mode, and they specifically will set a defense up for all of those immediate threats. So then what ends up happening is, okay, your brain takes over, and you go from just habit. Your brain goes, gun trips tight end. Bah, they got sail. Okay, here's my setup to stop sail. Oh, they have X under. Here's my way to stop X under. Oh, if it's 4 verticals, I do this. So your brain starts taking over, and you can stop it. What ends up happening is it's one uniform look. So you don't ever have to worry about like the tight end now running the corner. Typically runs it right on the right side of the field, but now all of a sudden he runs to the left. That doesn't exist, so you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
What makes single back tight slots, these types of formations, really difficult is that throws that whole mindset of how you defend a formation away, and it gives you a one-up advantage on your opponent.
Similar to deuce close.
Similar to deuce close. And it's because you can flip the play at moment's notice and then completely reverse what their setup is. So, for example, reset the play.
Okay.
Okay. By default, the way I would want to stop it. Say this wasn't single back tight slots. This was just a play. It was gun spread, halfback on the right. So if you flipped it, I would know. Okay?
Right.
So I would go with this attempt. I'm going to call a coverage defense to stop this, right? I would put a combination of the soft squat and a hard flat on the left, right? I would then take Poole. I'd man him up on Baldwin. And then from this instance, I would just defend underneath here. Keep my pass rush. Take away these guys here. Go here. And who do you got? You're thrown into coverage. Like he dropped the ball. You're thrown into 3 dudes. Go into instant replay. The only route I think you really have that might open up on this play is a halfback wheel. And you need an hour and a half in the pocket for that route to develop.
Yeah.
So,
or you got to throw it quick.
So everything is covered. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, let's go and do what makes this so difficult to defend. All right, we're going to set up the defense the same way we did previously. So we are going to drop the hard flat left. We're going to man him up on X. And then I'm going to go, okay, I've got to watch these routes from right to left. Snap of the ball. Okay. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. And now you could throw, he actually matched there in that instance. But the idea is, you're now changing what you're doing. He can then go and throw the post. Like the idea is that the post now opens up from that example, right? So let's do this one more time. Let's blitz that end there, and let's drop this guy here. So I drop him here, man him up here. All right, now go ahead. So I try to take this away here. Now the post opens up. You throw it inside. That opens that up. So that's what makes these formations difficult to defend, is because you can reverse the flip of the play, and then it changes the way their defensive setup is. And it's really difficult, especially when you think of like the corners. Like you felt the fear of this without ever really truly knowing.
Right.
If you're not aware of it, you're not aware of it. But you felt the fear of like, oh, damn, is the corner going left or is it going right? Like
right. It's hard to know.
That fear is you felt it. And if you're new, you're now more aware. You should be more aware.
Bam. Jerseys went 22-3 with tight slots.
Who did?
Jersey. Solid.
Tell you what, the dive and the pitch,
so
real good.
What adjustments do you make? What if you were going to run this play like one way for the bulk 80% of your time?
Yep.
How would you set it up, and then what would be your main defense to stop this? You showed the how you stop the post. So is that the key?
Yeah. So for me, I would first start off with a drag to Jimmy Graham.
Just because it's shorter.
It's quicker, and then I would change the route to curse. I would leave it deep on some plays, and then other plays I just put him on an in because I want to change his depth a little bit.
Right.
Just to change their user so they can't become so robotic. So now snapping the ball, you're just changing the depth of both those routes. So the drag. Jimmy Graham didn't run that very crisp at all, so just monitor that. Some other things that I would do is I would that deep in, I'd streak him because the idea is I want him to pull the safety away to open up the post. So streak B.
Got it.
Drag Graham. And now, because now you're creating a high-low on the left, and you want the streak to open up the post.
Got it. Gets that safety out of the way.
Yep.
Especially if they're going to break better with the... There.
And now the other thing you could do here is you could swing. I love swings out of the backfield. So swing Rawls left and lead the play as designed. Now go ahead. Now you have that short flat.
Corner was about to get open.
Yeah, you take the flat there.
Yeah.
You have to take the flat because the defense has you beat by. There's a Mabel on the side.
It's not that deep, yes.
So there's a Mabel, right? And the safety isn't getting there quick enough. He did that time and to open the corner up. But the flat, if there's no hard flat, like flip the play and run it to the left or to the right. If there's no hard flat, that's open. Yeah. You throw it a little early. A little early.
Wait for him to drift.
Let him get out there. Let the zones drift.
Drift them. Bam.
That was with a pass commit too. So zones drift, you pick up 4 or 5 yards. Right.
Solid.
The other thing I used to do previously, not this year when I ran it, I'd have to try this, but I would put B on a hitch. And now the idea here is this. This is the idea of the hitch, is if you played any type of zone blitz, that hitch gets open, right? So like I'm going to have to go here. Yeah. The hitch then is a quick read against the blitz. Now, and the other thing is, I actually haven't tested this either, but if I play man, put him on a hitch. So hitches used to be unbumpable.
I think they still are.
So if I put him on man, you put him on the hitch, you can snap throw it to him. Snap, time, go, bang.
Yeah, and you get a switch on the wheel.
And then if you have him on that...
You ever motion out the wheel? Do anything crazy like that?
No.
Not really? Not worth it?
You could maybe pick up edge pressure.
Then they know you're not running it, I guess.
Right, that's, yeah.
Solid.
But the strength of this play is to make them work on defending that post. You got to flip it left, flip it right. Make them defend the post, all different parts of the field, because that's the headache part. That corner, you won't have to worry about the corner too much. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the corner doesn't get much depth.
It's good on if you smart route it.
Got it. Yeah, it's much deeper.
Yeah, that's where it's just an extra setup. When you get a conductor, it'll be a little easier.
Bam. Scream. Okay.
And then also, don't forget you have bench. So you got bench. There's a couple other plays that are really good. So bench is good.
Drag
similar to what we did before.
People say is good.
I don't love drag cross-ups. I like the play. Keep going down. We don't have it. It's a play.
Yeah, they're missing the run. They're missing the.
There's a route to the halfback. The halfback runs a table route.
Got it.
And it's fantastic.
You're gonna want that. Yeah.
The table route's fantastic.
Yeah, there's better tight slots than this.
Buffalo's good. Saints is good. Jets is good.
All right. Next mailbag question. This one is from Maverick. Wants to know how to read a disguised coverage. So, Maverick, couple tips on that. Number one, Gibbs, go back to that. Let's go look for that Big Dime 236.
Don't have it. I can make it look
that style play. You know,
I can make it look that way. I got you.
What I'm saying, you know, like an Okie role play where the defense like literally like stands there and then they move.
Sure.
Like that's one tell that the coverage is some type of like something's happening. That's the game's way of like getting guys into position of where they need to be. You should know something is up if you see that before the snap. It's different in practice mode. It's different against the computer. It's different against humans because humans get baseline. But like if you see this, you have to assume that guy's blitzing and then that the other side of the coverage may be rolling or just that something's going on. That is one way to look at disguised coverage. Number two, if they're base aligning and pressing, then you have to identify like after the snap. So once again, this safety in the middle we taught you last week, which you can go on YouTube and look. Is that guy going to move or is he going to stay? Is he in the deep zone or is he going to cover the middle? Like what is he going to do after the snap? That's who I need to get eyes on. Okay, he's drifting towards the middle. That must mean it's cover 3.
B was wide open.
Throws something different. So those are things you can do for disguise coverage to not get fooled as much. Any other disguise coverages that mess you up? Any things you look for after the snap?
I can't say I've really faced it or had it be a problem. Not
necessarily those roll coverages. People making adjustments and it's just reading coverages basically.
So, if you're going to, not those type of plays specifically, but if someone's disguising a coverage, which is base aligning and freezing your defense, I would say the tell is, there's 2 tells that I think people do. One, do they manually move somebody? To set up a lot of blitzes, you have to usually manually move somebody.
Yeah.
So if you see a play set up and then like you see someone like go, just like throw someone out wide, like that should be alarm, like alarm going off. That's number one. Next alarm. Do you see them on a linebacker here and then go like this? Boop. Do they get up in the belly of the offensive line? If they get in the belly of the offensive line, watch out. They're probably trying to get pressure somewhere. Probably on the side of where they are on. So if I'm standing in front of this guard here, that would tell me probably trying to get that slot corner to come in off the edge. Because what they're trying to do is get the attention of the guard for a split second so that the pressure comes in. And then the third thing I tell you to look at is a lot of times you see people do this, right? You might have a cover 2-man like this, right? And then they would use your safety here. They would do this, and if you see press, you need to start recognizing, okay, that deep area of the field could be open.
Right.
But then what ends up happening is they might go into cover 3, and then if they switch who they're using, like my question always is, well, they were the previous 5 plays they were in man and they were in press, but they were using the free safety.
Right.
What changed, and why now are they using the strong safety?
Right.
That's my tell. Probably in cover 3.
Another big one is when they baseline and press, your outside zone defender gets into much different position than if he's pressed in man.
You can fix that on defense side of the ball if you just do another baseline press.
Right. But that's something to see is like, ooh, he slid in, I know it's zone.
Yep.
Like, I know it's zone. They wouldn't really line up that way in man. I like to then try and beat him deep. Doesn't always work, but it's something I always like to try and go to if they get a misalignment in any way.
Right. And the misalignment thing is, this has been a Madden trick, Madden tip for years. If they are misaligned like that and you see the zone, if you baseline press twice, it fixes the problem. So watch. Here's cover 3. So my baseline press, watch, he's inside on the right.
Yeah.
Baseline press again. Now they realign themselves. Appropriate. And now that looks like it's man.
Yeah.
So that's better disguise coverage.
Good stuff. So those are some ways that people disguise coverages. Those are some ways you can kind of tell and figure it out. Make sure to not get fooled by it. You got to really look after the snap. There's not much that you can do. All right. Next mailbag question from Harbaugh5 wants to know, why do kickers cost so much in Ultimate Team? And it's because you need a kicker to complete the gauntlet. So a lot of the guys that do the solo challenges, they needed a kicker, I think, with 78 kick power or more. If it was 77 or so, then you needed to kick the field goal outside and get wind help. But if you got to 78, then you could just kick the field goal. Those kickers were going for like 35K. I'm about to look and see what kickers are going for at this moment. Plus, there's just not as many good kickers with kick power. Like last year, you could find a gold who would have good kick power. But this year, they don't really have the same, like, scale of rating. So, Graham Gano.
Don't you know?
I would say Greg Zuerlein, Graham Gano, Brandon McMahon as low as you would go. 30K, 35K. Buy one, do the gauntlet, sell them. Or if you're going to play MUT, for real, get a kicker. Get Suck Up. Get Janikowski. Like, you got to end up paying 35K for a kicker. Look, if there was a billion kickers and kickers were 5K and you were ripping kickers out of packs as often, would you be mad that you're pulling kickers? I don't know. So, less kickers, more cost, need them, all those factors. Stuff like
Falls is going to die.
I might die on this kicker hill. Oh, I'm so ill. But I'm fighting through it for the hurricane.
You didn't tell me you're sick?
Let's go. You made me sick last time.
You didn't tell me you're sick, and now I'm coming here, and now I'm going to catch your germs. Now I'm going to be sick.
Next question.
You didn't tell me you were sick?
I'm ill. I'm ill. I'm not sick. I'm playing hurt. I'm playing injured.
You're not playing hurt. How do you not tell me that?
Gibbs, you got to answer this one. Should I play players out of position from Crimson?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If you find a way to get a middle linebacker at corner, no. But like, yeah, if the player has the right rating set for the position, play him there. The example is this: Von Miller. He is a linebacker, outside linebacker. There's no problem dropping him down and playing D end because he's got good block shed, he's got good power move, finesse move, so he can still play D end role. But the benefit is that opposed to like your typical D end, I can't think of a guy, but like say you get a D end that has good power move, he might also then have 58 speed or 62 speed.
Jarrell Casey.
Right, so you get your bang for your buck for the most premium players.
So go through a couple spots. So one thing you can do, you can play strong tight ends outside as run blockers. You can play fast, shifty halfbacks as receivers. You can play speedy wide receivers as halfbacks. It's kind of hard to get in there, but you can. Those are all positions that make sense to move. You can play linemen at any position. I don't think you take too big of a ratings hit. It's not FIFA. NFL, they change
Awareness.
positions all the time.
Your awareness kind of falls.
Right, so 3-4, you can play any D end, like a 99. You can move him into D tackle. So give me an RB, show example. So you could put Hagman, who just got cut, unfortunately. He could play where Poe plays. Poe's going to be a better run stuffer, but you could play him there. Courtney Upshaw, who is a outside linebacker, you could put him at end, and he could play there. Vic Beasley, who's 44, is technically actually a linebacker. He can play end. Now, he's not a great end in a 3-4 in a sense that he's big and beefy, and is going to stop the run like a J.J. Watt. But J.J. Watt plays all the positions on the line. Vic Beasley plays all the positions on the line except for D-tackle, but he also stands up and plays outside linebacker. Like Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, who cares where they are as long as they're rushing the passer, standing up, sitting down, hand in the dirt.
Right, you don't want to put Von Miller as a user middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Like, because now you're wasting his talent. Right? Like, the other thing is, like, you could put Deion Jones at D end if your scheme was like, I always drop this D end into coverage, or I always man him up. That would make a lot of sense. But putting Deion Jones in a position to rush the quarterback, it's not his skill set.
Right.
Now you're wasting him, right?
So he's a middle linebacker. Then you have a guy who used to play safety like Mark Barron or Deion Buchanan. They're fast. They come down and play middle linebacker. They're specifically good at like manning dudes up. You've got strong safeties that are good at coverage, like a Ron Parker, or you can you can easily play a free safety, a strong safety. Then you got strong safeties that are slow and just pop dudes like Cam Chancellor.
Put him in the box.
Put him in the box. Make him play linebacker if you want. Corners, you got man or zone. They if it's a zone good guy, he can play free safety. Fine, it doesn't matter. Kyle Fuller, I put him at free safety all the time. Like, that's what's good about those dudes.
Yeah.
Flexibility, mutt draft. Like, you'll learn to work with what you have, and if you've been playing Madden for a long time, you've been playing play now teams for a long time. You must.
Yep.
You must. So, don't worry about it. It's a mutt thing. People freak out. I'm not going to get my chemistry. Rashad wants to know, when is the best time to play man-to-man coverage? So
money down, baby. Money down.
There's two of these. Two answers to this question. Number one, I like it every play. I say early in a drive, early in the game, first down.
Yeah.
Call it. Can they beat it? Second down. Can they beat it?
Yeah.
Third down. Can they beat it? Okay, they beat it with corner strike. Well, now I'm going to stop corner strike. Do they have anything else? But say you're calling cover 2, zone a lot, and I'm throwing like this Jimmy Graham thing. You're not really using it like I'm doing the wand just like that, and I'm nailing throws. Then it's 3rd and 10. Like, say I overthrow that on 2nd and 10, and I think you're going to call cover 2 again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, then you switch to man. Bam. 3rd and 10. Snap of the ball, you're in man. I get like the rudest surprise in the world. Because I'm like, I'm going to snap throw. Oh, no, it's taken away. Like, yeah, he might still catch that, and he might still outrun him, or he might not get a line. But, like, anytime you think they're running 4 verticals or anything like that, you can really screw them up by switching to man, especially if you just called, like, cover 2 zone or cover 2 blitz because of where they'll be. I find that is... This year, you can actually kind of throw that inside more than in years past.
Yeah.
But that's when man screws up people for me. Anytime man screws up people for you?
I think man to man, and I called it earlier the money down.
Yeah.
What's the money down, Farls? 3rd down.
I thought 4th down was the money down.
No, fourth down is a very important down, but 3rd down is where you win games. Because if you can get off the field and get them into like bad 4th down situations, that gives you the major advantage, like the major swing of the tide of a game, right? So 3rd down is the crucial down. If you get them into 4th and 6s, like that's the area where people are like, yeah, I can go for this. I can convert 4th and 6. Like that's a good spot to be in. And then, if you get them into a 3rd down and you can get a sack, that's where you get off the field, right? You 3rd down, get off the sack. So that's where I find man-to-man blitzes are really good in those situations. Or
cover 0?
That's where I find I find 3rd down is the down you go man, because there's more pressure on them there because they're like, oh, I got to get a 1st down here. So it's a lot harder to convert in those situations, right? And here's the thing too. Say it's third and 12, and I'm playing man. 3rd and 12. You know what I'm giving you all day? I don't care. Throw any type of drag, little in, all you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this formation. I'm gonna say, well, I'm really worried. Like, I've never seen this play before ever. That's fine, but I'm really worried about Jimmy Graham and like Curse. Like, I'm most worried about Graham in a corner. So I kind of shine him. Okay, he didn't run now. Okay, now post. Where's the post? Where's the post? And now I let you just kind of play backyard ball. And over the course of a lifetime of games this year, that's going to work out for you more times than not.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love the idea of seeing early and often if they can beat you, man. Now my nose is itchy now. You're getting me sick.
Yeah, I think I actually have something. You got your whooping cough shot, right?
You're ridiculous.
Did you get it?
Just get away from me.
Did you get it?
No.
You didn't get it yet?
No.
You should have got it.
I know.
Ow! Ow! Alright. I think that's the last question. You got it? You got anything?
You all set?
You all set?
You all set?
You all set?
Are you playing me in the game of the week?
Yeah, are we playing?
Sure.
You want to lock up?
Yeah, we get to pick playbooks and stuff, right?
No, one person's going to be the Falcons, one person's going to be the Seahawks.
No.
Because those are the teams that everyone's using, and that's the head-to-head meta. Madden Classics head-to-head meta. I'll be the Seahawks, you be the Falcons. Sounds good. Seems perfectly reasonable.
Sure.
Does it not?
If that's what you want to do.
I don't want to do it.
I'm using my playbook.
That's what the chat wants.
Is that really what they want?
Do they want that? Does the chat want that?
All right, go to play. Let's go. Come on.
All right, press 1 if you want head-to-head.
We're not doing this antic.
Asking the people what they want? That's an antic? Hey guys, sorry. Sorry for... You think that's funny?
That's all your light almost went. See ya.
Sorry for the democracy. 1 if you want head-to-head. Those teams. 2 if you want Gibbs to coach me. We'll use Patriots and that new defensive garbage that he invented. 2 if you want that.
Right now as we welcome you to CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love
All right, it's time for the game of the week. SGibs against ZFarls.
It's the game of the week.
Farls is the
bad guys.
Seattle.
Don't Gibbs kick me.
Seahawks. SGibs is the Atlanta Falcons. These are the 2 most popular teams in Play Now head-to-head. They're teams, if you watch the tournament, you'll expect to see a lot of these 2 teams. Let us know if you like any other teams in the comments. Playbooks, we're both on Seattle offense, and then defensively I'm on Patriots. Gibbs is on Ravens, I think. So those are some things to see. April.
It's the game of the week. The game of the... Remember that song?
Great track.
Running bunch trips. Madden day.
Here we go. Cam Chancellor.
Tico. Tico is the gory. Madden day lay.
Run inside zone.
Madden day lay.
Big tackle by Earl Thomas. This is new patch update gameplay. Zones are just super crisp. Gibbs afraid to pass the ball. Doesn't know how my guys are going to break. How much good defensive position I'll be able to get my defenders in. He's really freaking out. He's really nervous. He doesn't know what to do. This was the first game of the season that we've played.
This is not the first game we played.
This is the first game of the season that we played on this build. On this build. It's 0-0 series.
That's not true.
Yes, anything before this,
that's not true. That's not true.
on 2nd down. Here's Ryan.
Madden day lay. Running bunch trips. Madden day lay. ZFarls is a reject. Madden day lay.
What?
Running bunch trips. Madden day lay.
Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game.
Scrap the cover again.
That's... I completely disagree with that.
Game clip recorded. Go back to the chat. I'd like to see what the chat's saying.
No, the chat, they haven't said it.
They have. Now I can't see what the chat's saying because they probably
I
are
don't like to
going.
read the chat.
They haven't said anything yet. Oh, they just saw. That's why. Boom.
Did we patch this thing?
That was man to man. That was you were in man, not cover 2 zone. And you pulled the safety away, so grow up.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Did I though?
But he wasn't. He wasn't in zone, guys. He was in
Still
man.
had 2 zones.
You pulled the safety away. That's on you.
Here's Batcher to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
All right.
Here as they head to the 35-yard line.
Game audio up.
So out come the Seahawks.
Only I could make a brand new patch of zones look like the old patch.
Is that the narrative?
That's the narrative.
Russell Wilson.
Well, the more cerebral quarterback
SGibs
in
his
the
depth
NFL
chart.
analyzes situations, watches a ton
Blame
of
it on-
tape, adapts his game to whatever is presented in front of him. And despite the fact
Remember, after this game, we got a Dorito.
the future is still bright for
You don't
Russell
actually get the
Wilson.
Doritos. No offense. We need those for sandbags.
First carry for Tom.
Ew, Gibbs. Ew. Ew. Inside zone patch. Apparently, maybe a little halfback stretch patch. We don't know. We're not certain.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to
They're
put
not
more men in
certain.
the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that,
We're not certain,
you
Charlie.
gotta win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They love to leverage on that play.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's
Ooh, Tommy boy. Tommy boy. You didn't think I was going to pass that, did you?
And they're going to face a third down.
You didn't.
They run with a power back. Rolls. And the second wave
Ba-ba,
of tacklers is
boo-ba.
gonna get him as they stop him behind the
Oh,
line.
oh,
The
yeah.
loss of a yard
Oh,
that brings
oh,
up
No
yeah.
singing. No singing. No singing.
No singing?
No singing.
Oh, there's no singing and crying in the baseball.
Pretty sharp.
They were having
What?
absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here's Wilson. And he brings this up to the 46, moving up for the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Oh, boy. Boy, Falls. Long dinger.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Wilson to give to Rolls. Big hit. Down sideways. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have 2nd and 1. If these kinds of guys are available, yes.
I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm like,
Just in a step, and that's a big pickup right there.
ooh.
And after
Easy
the play
count.
on the ground, that brings up 2nd down.
Razorman is the best at clips.
Play clock winding down.
Okay.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey.
Already blocked that guy. Block the next target.
Inside the 30. That would do it for 16, and the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed.
right
He's
down
able
there.
to get to the second level almost before you blink. if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast.
Here we go, boys.
In this case, we've got
SGibs going to have to change his defense up because he cannot hack it against ZFarls. He's just not
The
that
offense
good,
lining up
folks.
1st and 10. Looks like the defense in
Hail
press
Mary.
coverage here.
Full of sausage.
What?
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros.
got fourth down run?
Time has run out on
Sick
the
play
first
call,
quarter of
bro.
play. 7-0
The sad thing is, that's what your play call was. You went to that on purpose.
No.
No.
Yeah. No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Oh.
Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On 2nd down, Rawls. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
You know the deal, Turtle Shell.
Another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Wilson.
Ew, 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 ew.
The intended
Ew,
target
ew,
down
ew,
below it.
ew.
That'll make
You know
it
he's
3rd
manned
down.
up.
Ew.
Brandon, some of those windows
No.
You know he's manned up, right?
No.
What?
They don't
No.
exist
Why is that
this
you?
close to the
Where's
goal line,
Rachel?
but as a
No.
former DV, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, pro side. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I'm the Seahawks.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Notice how I don't use zone abusing tactics. I just have big boy drops. Big boy drops. Big boy drops.
I know we don't talk about it enough,
Big boy drops.
but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice.
Every page in the playbook is featured in that drive. See, if you spit that out, then you get to use the sock to wipe it up.
Who finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Y'all set? Yeah? You're the one, you just blew your dirty germs on me. Do that.
You have whooping cough.
You have whooping cough.
Started all even as the kicks away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy.
D.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25.
Oh, where's Rachel?
So out come the Falcons now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Gabriel, the man in motion. The drive will
Good
start
D.
by Devontae Freeman.
I'd tally that up to an inside zone shit.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the
I have over 17 cans of chicken noodle soup.
You do?
Yeah.
I have 10.
You don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow
I have
you
15
whole in
gallons
those
of
D
water.
tackles and nose tackles.
No,
You
you're
have
actually
5.
counting on your big boys to protect
You need to have 13. You need to have like 6 to 7 gallons per person.
and he won the battle.
You got enough.
No gain.
No gain. On second down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Coming up at halftime, in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Ryan caught on the right side by Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Jones now in motion left. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Who let G-Homie
So
in?
many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Julio back-to-back all-pro seasons. Last year over 1,400 yards, averaged over 100 yards per game, tops in the NFL.
And that's the stat that catches my eye. Over 100 yards per game, and you always hear about defenses saying, we can rotate, we can send people in this direction, we can do things to limit a wide receiver, yet Julio Jones averages over 100 per game. One of the most sensational stats I've seen in recent
A dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead,
okay?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
You okay?
No.
What?
That's unacceptable.
Is it?
Yeah, it's absolutely unacceptable.
Is rushing 2 guys, 3 guys acceptable?
That's unacceptable.
You're right. It is
That's
unacceptable.
unacceptable.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
No. Big D. Big. Ball does not lie. Ball does not lie. Ball does not lie.
The psychology of the game never
Ball does not
ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the
Ball
time.
does not lie.
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn
Ball
it
does
over.
not lie.
Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
What's up, Kuniv?
The drive begins with a run by Rawls.
Kuniv, run what some folks would call a barn burner. SGibs, this clown over here, against me on Seattle. I'm facing so much adversity right now. Thankfully, I'm extremely talented at this game.
Second down, 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure brought in. The Falcons get there for the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Ew.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Okay, end of the half. You know, had to do it. Had to throw it. Okay, user by Gibbs. Not great.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets
Gibbs gonna run an inside zone here, see if he can sneak one up before the other
doesn't
guy.
make sure he's absolutely in an
Hey,
open spot.
you never know, you might get
guy
lucky.
lurking, took the ball from
Yeah, so don't
Might be
wait
able
your
to grab
arms, right, as a receiver
some
come
couple
out wide open.
pancakes.
Gotta know that you're open, otherwise
Get
just
that
don't
inside
do it.
zone all the way down to the other end zone, Gibbs. You never know, especially when I don't rush anybody.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the...
How it works, Kuniv, is I live inside SGibs' mind, and he calls disgusting play calls. I conquer. My team is 6 overall less. And he laughs that it's true. The team is 6 overall points less, which is a lot. That's a lot if you're not counting.
And we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard.
Playing against each other.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the
Russell
offense
Wilson.
again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit.
Will you close your eyes so I can
Maybe
look
a
at it?
chance to relax a little and kind of
2, 3,
laugh
go.
and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
No idea.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
That.
Play that time for the Seahawks.
Russell Wilson, the greatest big game quarterback of all time. A boom. Oh, boom. Somebody Twitch clip that. Boom replay. Pete Carroll. Let's go. Shout out to Lane Janets. I could have almost cribbed that. What a play. Hashtag stick.
Comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
That's a nominee.
Wilson gonna give to Rawls. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays and stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And shedding through the tackle.
Russell Wilson! I was trying to throw that ball away, to be honest.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home.
SGibs utilizing the aggressive pass rush cheese on
right
me.
in the face of him, puts him down.
What, are you not? Are you not?
Oh my God.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play clock winding down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion.
What exactly are you upset about?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So on
That's
Pete Carroll's going to call out.
Oh, Farls.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick
hurt my neck.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
See, I can't tackle either.
Oh, yeah.
To the 28-yard
Okay.
Shout out to OMAC joining the SGibs Stinks Club.
So we get set.
This is where Gibbs gonna try and go back to that formation that he utilized with the big play. Notice he didn't want to use it. He doesn't want to use it every time. He knows.
And we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just think, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes
how is this guy not faster? See, told you. He uses this formation. It's his.
Devontae Freeman, 72 yards, and the Falcons
Damn track.
in the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Wow, look at that.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. That wanted to take that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They start on the ground with Rawls. Finding some room in midfield.
Get out!
Oh! Across midfield into
What?
territory.
How do I not just outrun everybody, every play, every time, everywhere?
As he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it?
Wow.
Has had the game he expected,
So
but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Given 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Time running out here on the play clock. First down, this is Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they trail here to begin quarter number 4. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. The play clock's running down. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it.
That's unbelievable.
Pushes way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Thomas Rawls unable to push his way forward for the first. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now that you establish this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Sanu. This would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have...
What? You picked it up out of bounds. What? Good. It's a good play.
Oh.
It's a good play.
How disheartening to actually catch it, but just
Good
not
play.
be able
Picked
to
it out of
stay.
bounds. Good job. You should have kept your feet in. You should have kept your feet in, bro. You should have kept your feet in.
Wow.
And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down inbounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Ryan. He's getting some. He takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced
Holy
to throw it on 3rd down.
guacamole,
The connection's
Falls.
gonna keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack.
Holy
Didn't
smokes.
break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, the Gibbs drops the controller.
No, I didn't. I did not.
He's mad.
No, I didn't. Yes, he's being a poor sport.
Poor sport? What do you mean?
Yes, he's being a poor sport.
Shanahan in Cleveland before he was offense coordinator in Atlanta. Boy, that payoff for the Falcons picking him up.
Yeah, last year he had more touchdowns actually than Julio Jones. He had 7, Jones had 6, and good parental advice there, Mr. Davis. And the wideout in motion. To throw again is Ryan. And blocked down, but able to get it to their 30.
Y'all set?
Ryan,
What is wrong with you?
action there for a first.
God.
Guys are running offense like
Seriously.
the pedal is down.
Holy smokes, dude.
How about that? Back-to-back completions.
This is bad, dude. Y'all set? Get a better user.
Play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Oh my God.
Time for a break.
Oh my God.
To see what happens after this.
Holy smokes.
Did the TV just shut off?
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Wow. Wowie, wowie.
In motion left goes Jones. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pretty nice strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Jones now in motion left. Ryan wants to throw it.
Fumble! Oh, what? What?
That'll be their second, so
Oh,
one more chance
my
to stop the
God.
clock here, and we'll be back.
You already got your fumble.
Are you kidding me, dude?
You already got your fumble. You already got your fumble for the game.
I earned that fumble.
You already got the fumble. You got your fumble for the game. Way to go.
You're a coward.
You rushed nobody, so you got pancaked.
You're a coward.
You literally ran the clock the entire game.
You're a coward. I played football. You're a coward.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't take it.
You just rushed
I
nobody.
didn't take it.
You just rushed nobody.
I didn't take it.
Here we go. Oh my God.
Oh.
2-0.
That's not 2-0. That's you beat me on this new patch, which
I beat you on the previous patch. I beat you on the previous patch, right?
to get some user.
I beat you.
Get some user involved.
I beat you on the previous patch too, right?
No, I beat you on the original game multiple times. You beat me on day 0 once.
I'm 2-0 against you on TWIM.
I don't think it works.
I'm 2-0 against you on TWIM.
Nah.
I'm 2-0 on you. Jack, can you
Hike the
confirm?
ball. Do something.
I'm wasting the clock.
Stink.
I'm wasting the clock
You're
just
a coward
like you.
because you stink.
We should look at time of possession
You're
after this game.
horrendous. You're not even good.
You're a good player. You're a great
You're
player.
not good at all.
You're a great player.
Freeman again. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you
Yeah, you're gonna go. You're gonna be one of those guys that goes off
I'm
sides.
just playing ball, man.
Yeah, that's what you're doing now. You're going off sides.
Oh, that was my defender?
Oh, that's what we're doing now, huh? Going.
Be an adult.
That's what you're doing. You're stopping the clock.
Be an adult.
You're stopping the clock.
Be an adult.
Oh my God.
Be an adult.
In motion is Austin Hooper. On third down.
Okay.
You would run the score. You have no class.
Okay.
Yes, no class.
You just did a grievance to stop the clock. That's pathetic. Coming from the guy that stopped the
Yeah,
clock,
no, you
you
know
got
that there's
a penalty.
You
A
know
penalty.
That, you know that there's offsides issues in this. Sometimes.
absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants
Are you gonna go for 2 because you have no class?
drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix
no
run
class.
pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the
No
chains,
class.
I'm using
SGibs,
every
no class,
cliche I
hashtag.
know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run
I know exactly
when you get a chance to call it.
To throw is Ryan. And that will be
I was going to take it back 10-2, get the ball for a touchdown.
to 13 seconds. Protection was great.
You still give kick it.
Campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you
It's
have
not a grieve if your guy goes offside. It's only,
You went offsides on purpose.
only if you do it 3 times in a row. I didn't even do it on purpose. I did not do it on purpose.
on a 2-point conversion,
That's where your brain goes. That's where your mind goes.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that I didn't...
The fact that what? The fact
You
that what?
have
That
to reward the user. You have to reward
for what?
the user.
Yeah, you should. So that sack that I had Russell Wilson, you should reward me there to get you in field goal range. Like, should have been rewarded there. You're
Maybe
right.
you should have. Maybe you shouldn't have.
Absolutely should have been
Never
rewarded.
know.
You absolutely should have been rewarded.
No class.
Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is
Gibbs is good because he can hold
with
it.
a clock showing just 3 seconds left. It's been this
Meanwhile, I'm putting up highlight plays
hasn't
with
it?
a 6 less OBR team.
This receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against
pretty remarkable what
we
I was
saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
One last shot for Wilson.
Of course, you get the fumble.
It's out, fumble
You had a fumble recovery.
No, not on your Matt Ryan sack fumble. Watch these clips.
You passed. Your pass rating was 16%.
Yeah, you almost lost. That's how bad you are.
I almost lost. I won by
That's
10.
literally how bad you are. You ran up the score because you have no class.
I beat you by 10.
Look at this.
What?
Ooh, yeah, right. Oh, is that Julio? At least they got beat by Julio Jones.
Look where you put the
it's
safety.
Not Julio Jones? It's just some guy?
Look where you put the
Okay.
safety. Why'd you put the safety over there?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I put him there, Gibbs.
You did.
3rd and 3. I'm just making user plays. Just rushing, making beast move plays. I power it in, tie the game up. No big deal. Shut you down before the half. Big time hit stick, even though you got that super lucky 4th and 1. Ugh.
You need to learn how to
And then
pass.
after the half, I get the rock. I'm nasty. I'm tearing it up.
You literally need to learn how to
I
pass.
take 3 like a beast. Why pass when you can do this, Gibbs? That's what I ask you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why
Do that?
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you ever pass?
Yeah.
Woo, user. Woo,
Oh,
user.
You're
Woo,
so
user.
pathetic.
Why would you ever pass?
Because you had 6 yards passing.
And then you get this. You think you're good? Hey,
Hold on.
don't touch my buttons. Don't touch my buttons.
I'm not. I'm going back.
No.
I'm going back to player stats.
No, don't touch my buttons.
You had
I'm
6
on
yards
highlights.
passing.
I'm on highlights. That's how bad you are. I don't think this is not bad on me.
Yes, it is.
No, it really doesn't. It looks
False.
really bad on
Go,
you.
go, no,
Hang
it
on.
doesn't.
Don't touch my buttons.
Go.
Don't touch my buttons.
No, I'm sorry. You had 7 yards passing.
Don't touch my buttons.
7. Farls. You go look at time of possession. You literally ran the play clock down to 5 seconds every time.
Not on
It was
purpose.
yes, you did.
I don't know what plays
It was a snore fest. It was a snore
It's
fest.
called football. It's called smash.
No,
Mouth
it's
football.
not. It's called boring. You don't play the game. You sit there and run the clock.
Dude,
What?
you pulled off some disgusting.
That's
Yeah,
a beautiful
that
throw.
should've been a pick.
No, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful throw.
Yeah, that should have been a pick. This one,
What one? The Matt Ryan one?
roll right,
The Julio Jones
roll
one?
Adonis.
You were late.
No.
2nd and 5 when you won. 2nd and 5 when you won. You were late.
Michael Bennett, just a tremendous user, but just dropping the ball. What's up with that? Made a great play. Reward me.
I want to check. No.
Don't look at me.
No.
Don't look at me. We have 80% completion.
I
You're
want
good?
no. I want to check. Okay, so you completed 1 for 6.
Okay, I mean, are we counting?
Yeah, because I want to just show something that you literally just ran the clock the
Yeah,
whole time.
I ran the ball.
No, I know, I'm not saying,
I had
but
hundreds of yards.
That's
Hundreds of yards.
what you do. That's what you do. That's fine.
Yeah, I run the ball. I'm a smash mouth football player.
You're not. No, you're not smash mouth. Your objective is how do I not let them have the ball
No.
in terms of possession. That's fine. It's a good strategy.
You
I'm
should see me
saying.
online. I open it up like a Ferrari.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do on
My
that. But
draft,
that's
that's
also
Ferrari.
that's also why you're 0-2 against me on TWIM.
I'm still 5-4 against you this year.
That's not true.
That's true.
No, that is not true.
That's true.
You are now.
All
you
of-
are 2-0.
I am 2-0.
I am 2-0
Yes.
against you on TWIM. You're 0-2. You've lost. We've played 4
This is
games
not
a
the
week.
original Madden 18.
You have lost. So what? I'm 1-0 against you in the original Madden 18, and now you're 1-0. I'm 1-0
No,
against you
original
now.
Madden 18's.
It doesn't matter.
It's a 0 patch.
False. You are 0-2 on TWIM in Madden 18 season against me. There's nothing. You can't talk yourself out of that. You can't.
I can't talk myself out.
No, you can't.
You're trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you were completely exposed in
Was
this
I?
game.
Was it?
Yeah, you need some work, man.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
What does that say about your game? When you lose.
Thank you, June
You lose
Cab.
by
We
10.
heard what Gibbs said.
You lost by 10. You lost by 10, False.
Where's the Doritos code, Gibbs? That's all they care about.
You lost by 10.
You.
What?
All right, next Doritos code. Shouts out to Barry Melton. Go to muttrewards.com/Doritos. Enter your code. The code is 6QXM. Could also be 6QKM, but it definitely looks like X. 4UJW. 4UJW. UNJ4. UZT5. There you go. Go get some Doritos. Like, you really didn't complete that many passes. I was not afraid of your
Yeah,
passes.
81% completion.
It's not that good.
81% completion.
Plus, like, if you
Yeah.
take away the 4 drop picks that I had, that's 50%. You take away the one route that
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
The interception that
glitch.
the interception that you caught out of bounds.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Thanks for bringing that one up too. Then I really should have had 5 picks.
That's how that works. Is the interception caught out of bounds? So that we could just say like, oh, if you take back the fumble that I had that you recovered.
You fumbled with Matt Ryan. I forgot about that turnover too.
No, I'm saying
the one
that you recovered. The one that you recovered when I was in scoring range before half. Right? There you go.
I thought you played Destiny.
Me? I haven't even downloaded it. I was asking what people played on.
You realize I was really close to beating you.
Do you want to play again?
You stink.
What does that say about you?
You stink.
I don't care.
I
don't care what you think. I'm 2-0. All I care about is that I stay undefeated against you in Madden.
You're not good, though. You don't care about being good at Madden?
No, I care about being better than you. That's what I care about, Falls.
But here's the thing.
Because I know at night when you put your head down on the pillow, it's still going to bother you.
No. What's going to bother me is this cough that I can't get rid of. I had to play sick. I had to play injured. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, stream knows.
Why do you have so many socks? Falls, you completed 1 of 6 passing. That's pathetic. You need to learn how to pass. You need to learn how to pass. Point blank. You need to learn how to pass.
Your defense is too good, man. Your user's so strong.
You're right. If you want, we'll just play again on TWIM next week. You go 0-3. That's good. It's not fun. It's not fun when the game, when coverage defense isn't the way you have to play to win anymore. Like, it's not fun, and you can't just run inside zones all game. And
you threw 4 picks.
I didn't throw 4 picks. I didn't throw 4 picks.
You kind of did, though.
No, that's not true.
You were in your playbook. All right, follow the channel. We'll play again soon. I will be giving away the last 2 Doritos. One on Twitter, one on Instagram, at Madden Bible. Go to both. Make sure you follow us on youtube.com/SGibs and youtube.com/ZFarls. Do that or forever hold your peace.
Bendolf has got the stats. How'd you throw 4 picks when you had 2 incompletions?
Hove, you're a gamer through and through. You appreciate a little bit of skill in your games. You're a Rocket League guy. You're a Destiny guy. You like a little K to D. You got a high one. I get it. You cannot tell me that was a good performance by Gibbs. That was disgusting.
I beat you by 10.
You ran up the score because you have no class.
I beat you by 10. I was going to let the clock run out, and then you decide to go offsides. So you do that again, that's what you get.
My guy went offside.
Your guy didn't go offside. You did it on purpose.
No, my guy went offside.
You're just... Oh, my goodness. Great performance by Gibbs. I put you in a mental pretzel, Farls. That's just... Listen... Farls, this is for all those times the past 2 years, was it 2 years, that you were a better Madden player than me. The way the game was, it required coverage defense and running inside zones and 4 verticals. Like, that's what the game was.
You ran inside zone for like an 80-yard touchdown.
And that...
You stole my play.
I did not run inside zone.
You stole my play.
Not for an 80-yard touchdown.
Wham?
I ran a halfback wham.
Yeah.
So you invented the wham.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you ran it last year, but you invented it.
I invented it.
Okay.
I birthed it out of my mind.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Falls. It's up. I mean, it's what it is, man. It's what it is.
He's not good. you had 5. You were 5 overall better than me. 6 overall better than me. All right. Follow the channel. Let's go host somebody. Until next time, we'll lock up. Let's go do that. Twitch Direct. We had some good followers recently.
We have.